question is, why do people choose you to be their realtor?
I would say for me, my thing is that I'm a very information heavy person. When I'm inquiring about something, like, I want to know it all. I'm asking every question, every scenario. I'm super annoying when I want information. So whenever I'm responding to clients, I assume that they would want to know all the information as well, all the details. So I think for me, when people ask questions, I'm very clear. I make sure everything is crystal clear and that there are no questions unanswered. So I think, like, yeah, for people when they meet me, I'm like, oh, like, let me find out this for you, let me do this for you. I would say that's a pretty big one for me.
I was just telling someone today, because I'm doing like a market evaluation, I was like, the email I send you is going to be long. It's going to have like all the information ever, so that you can reference back to it and stuff, like. But I like to be a little bit long-winded as opposed to bare minimum. Like,
definitely,
I'd rather you have all the information rather than be like, oh, well, that wasn't explained very well, or like, I'm still confused, or wait, what did that mean? So, yeah, I'd say we're both kind of like that. Like,
big communicators, for sure.
Yeah, like, the communication style is always like, okay, you asked me 20 questions, I'll answer all 20 questions, plus like add in a few tidbits along the way.
Oh yeah.
Or like, definitely. If someone needs like a market evaluation, for example, I'll send them all the comparables, and then I'll give them like my own like breakdown, list price, sale price, days on market, like condition in comparison to their house, like, you know, well, this had this, but that one also had that, and like, you know, my opinions on everything, and it takes forever. And like, I don't know why we're this way, because I know some people are, they're
like, just tell me a price, like, I don't
like,
care. And
some
they're
people
like, well,
don't care.
I chose this house because of this, and like, I chose this because of that. So,
but I don't know, I feel like we like to have like a reason for why we're giving you pieces of information. And I always say, like, we're realtors, and obviously we're advising you on this decision, but every decision you make is yours. So like, our job is actually to be like your teacher, and to educate you to make your best decision. At the end of the day, like, every decision is our client's. We don't actually make any decisions for you. So if you're not well informed, you might not make the best decisions for yourself. And like, that's kind of our top priority, and our goal is to always make sure that like everything is understood, and if it's not, then like finding a new way to explain it and you know, make sense of things, basically.
I would say the other thing kind of for both of us is that we both like to mirror energy, I guess, or mirror people. If there's somebody who's super serious, they want all the data that we can provide, that's something that we can do. We're not going to be like, oh, like, look at this, and like telling jokes or whatever. We're going to be a little more serious with them. Where if we have a client who's like, doesn't really care, they want to know, like, they just want to goof off or like look around, and they're more easygoing, then you know,
can do that too.
We can do that too. So I think that's something where, like, I find that we get along with a lot of people, or we know like when to act a certain way, and you know,
personality types is like a big part of like reading energy and reading body language, and like knowing when to shut up or knowing when to speak up. Those are like big things that not everyone has the, I don't know, like
the ability. They're like just as they are, you know, and it's like they can't really tone one thing down or tone some things down. I think for us, we're pretty good at that. Like, if you're an investor, we got you. If you're like a little old lady, we got you. You know, if you just,
if you're a first-time buyer, we got you. If you're, you know, listing and selling houses years and years and years, we got you too. But that's one of the, I'd say, like, a little superpower of
that
ours.
We have.
And like, the last thing I would say is like, we're perfectionists, so
major perfectionists,
especially like on the selling side of things, like, we make sure that everything is like perfect. And if it's not, then like, we're crying.
We're redoing it all over again.
Exactly.
But it's like the same thing with how we give lots of information for our listings. Like, we're giving all the information. We're making sure that, you know, nobody, like, anyone who's coming in who we're not representing, they still at least have all the information that we're able to provide. So
exactly,
we do our best, we try our best, and that's why people choose us.